So Joan, you've signed the HIPAA forms and legal authorizations, so now I'd like to continue on with the reasons that you're here today. I hope we can work together and that we can plan some steps for the future to help you resolve some of the depressive feelings you may be feeling.
Thank you. I want to start feeling better.
Well, Joan, you've had a baby 2 months ago and you're feeling overwhelmed. You're lonely, neither your mom or husband are supportive, and you want your mood to improve.
I can't stand it. I love my baby so much, and I just don't understand this depression. Every time I stand up, I just keep falling down.
What are you feeling right now?
Like I'm going crazy out of my mind. I just want to kick a trash can, hoping that will end my depression for good.
Please continue. Can you elaborate on that?
I'm afraid when I feel like this, I can harm someone. Not my baby. Oh no, not my baby. Never. But maybe I could just throw something at my husband.
Why do you think you feel so angry sometimes?
I'm not sure. Maybe because he comes home from work and he wants the house clean, dinner on the table, and the baby to be quiet and he doesn't realize that the baby is teething. Plus, my mom doesn't help. She could make dinner instead of hogging the computer all the time. I wish I had some friends to go out with.
You're spending your time with maid duty and childcare, so you're not having any time out from your household chores and childcare duties.
That's exactly right.
So tell me how your house chores and childcare responsibilities have affected your relationship between you and your husband.
Well, my husband and I, we used to do everything together. Now it's like we're just roommates. I'm not sure how or why it got like this.
Yes, I'd like to explore that in more detail. You feel very sad and pent up. You know you're not your usual self.
Yes, it hurts inside.
Well, John, so far we've talked about several issues you're experiencing right now. You've mentioned your husband, your mom and your baby, and your loneliness from not having any friends. How about if we talk about one issue at a time?
Well, what do you mean? I don't even know where to start.
Who would you like to talk about first?
My husband.
What's bothering you about your relationship with your husband?
Well, he just rolls his eyes every time I try to talk to him about the baby being colicky or bills that have to be paid.
What do you think that means when he rolls his eyes?
I think he doesn't want to listen to me. He told me the other day he's not sure if he's happy that we had a baby. I went off the pill and didn't tell him because I wanted to have a baby so desperately. I'm older, you know. It's like my last opportunity.
You feel guilty because you believed your biological clock was ticking away.
That's right.
You thought having a baby would bring you closer together.
That's correct.
Now you're rethinking your decision to have a baby. So there are at least two major issues you'd like to address.
That's right.
First, your relationship with your husband has deteriorated. You're depressed. Second, you don't have any friends or peers, other new moms to share your new experiences with. Your mom is here only temporarily. So let's focus on the two other issues first. What's going on in your mind when I say that?
I think that sounds right. I feel like my brain is less foggy when I hear that. I can wait until my depression finally clears up. Then I'm at home. It's like everything starts all over again. I'm out of the city.
Well, John, we have clarity about what the major issues are that we need to address. First, you and your husband are not communicating well. Second, you're lonely and you would like to make some friends.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you have any thoughts or feelings about spirituality?
You mean religion?
It can be for some people. For others, it may be different.
I would like to go to church more often and maybe meet some new people there.
Okay, let's continue talking just a little bit more about your husband first. If you and your husband were getting along better, what do you think would be different?
Well, maybe we would go out sometimes for dinner without the baby. Just the two of us like we used to.
How do you think you would know when you're not depressed any longer or when you're feeling better?
I would feel that cloud and storm gone. It's like sunshine in my head again. I would smile more, go places, talk to people, go to the gym, just do fun things.
Okay, so you'll have more energy to do things other than housework.
Yes, that would feel great.
I wonder if we could come up with a specific goal for you to work on this week. How would you feel if you were to ask your mother to care for the baby one night in the next week while she is visiting? You and your husband could go out for dinner and maybe see a movie afterwards. Would 2 or 3 hours away from your baby be comfortable for you?
You know, I do trust my mom with my baby. She did raise me after all. I think I could actually go out for 3 hours without my baby.
All right, so in the next week, what do you think about talking to your husband at a time when he is calm and approachable?
He's in a good mood on Saturday mornings.
Talking to your husband about dinner out could be your first step. Next, if that goes all right, you might plan for childcare for this baby. Your third step will be to continue to comply with your medicine regime.
I feel really excited about this. I think he will too.
Well then, we've done a lot of work today, Joan. What was the most meaningful discovery for you today?
I think that there can be a light at the end of the tunnel. Despite my darkest days, I actually feel hope.
So Joan, how do you feel about the action plan? I'm finding it eventful that you want to engage in this process.
I'm going to go home and ask my mom if she will watch the baby. I'm going to invite my husband for a night out, just the two of us.
Then is next Wednesday at 2 o'clock a good day and time for our second session?
Yes, I can do that.
Then let's meet Wednesday.
Sounds great.